Greetings, everyone. My name is Sabrina Lowery, and I am very excited to bring a very special guest here to you today, better known as DJ Darkwing. DJ Darkwing, say hello to the people.
How you doing? How you doing? Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Awesome, awesome. And so, what we're doing is we're just doing a little get to know you, get to know our featured DJs better. So, tell everyone who is DJ Darkwing? What is your first and last name?
My first and last name is Lydell Innes.
And where are you from?
Originally born and raised Brooklyn, New York to Panamanian parents.
Very nice. And were you born in a certain part of your country and then brought here?
No,
Or
no,
were
I was
you?
born in Brooklyn. Born and raised in Brooklyn, Panamanian parents.
That's it. Okay. So when they came from Panama, I'm sure relocating from the Caribbean and bringing a child, raising a child in the States was a little different for your parents. So how was that experience for you, having a Caribbean background, coming from a different culture, and being brought up in that part of the country? Because I know BK all day.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It was quite an experience. Had a lot of good and bad times. Taught me a lot, but it was great. I wouldn't change it for anything.
And so were your parents into music when you were growing up? Is that where you found your love of music?
Not necessarily. My mom played music around the house and stuff, my sisters, but the thing that really got me into music, my mom, Panamanian, we like to party. So my mom would always have parties. I'm the youngest of 5 kids. So my siblings are very older than me, like 10 years older than me, my youngest. So my oldest sibling could be my mother. That's where the age difference is. So coming up really young, my mom used to host parties in the house with my sisters, and it would be big parties, DJ and everything. So that kind of really caught my eyes at a young age. I would watch the DJ play music, and this guy, he was like a family friend and also like the family DJ. So every event that the family had, he was there DJing, and that caught my eyes at a young age. I would just sit there and watch him for hours, and that was the beginning of my love for music from there.
That's awesome. So, I also have a love for music, but music is also therapeutic for me. Do you find therapy in music, Darkwing?
Oh, absolutely, I do. Yeah, not only like how I explained with my family and the parties and stuff that influenced me. I have like growing up, I had a lot of neighbors that influenced me as well. I had DJs on my block, DJs around the corner on both ends. It's like in growing up in Brooklyn in the 90s, you take a walk in the summer, you see every DJ with the speakers outside or in the parks. And so it's like I almost had no choice. Like from all angles, I was being influenced in different ways with having music and different DJs influence me.
And so when you go into that place, when you are like, I'm about to crush this set, is there a certain genre of music that you find yourself defaulting to, or are you kind of a world music kind of guy?
Yeah, I would say I'm more of a world music kind of guy. Like I love my classic hip hop, my classic reggae, 90s stuff, 80s stuff. That's what I grew up on, and that's what I prefer. But I don't limit myself when it comes to music. I'm a lover of all music. Like those are my favorites. I'm a lover of all music, but I don't like to put myself in a box. I DJed many different kind of events, and I'm the kind of DJ you put me in front of people. I communicate with those people just watching them and by the music I play. I just love the challenge. That's what it is to me. I like to make people dance, whether it's a room full of Hispanic, Caribbean, Caucasian, wherever have you. I just want to make people dance. That's it. I love doing what I do.
Okay, Darkwing. So thank you so much for sharing about your musical inspiration. Who is your favorite artist, musician, band? Name a couple, because I know it's hard for y'all as DJs sometimes to just narrow down that one.
Yeah, and it's so many different genres. Like hip hop wise, you know, Jay-Z is one of my favorites. Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, that era. I love the late 80s, early 90s era. Nas, list goes on. Run DMC. You want to take it to dance hall. My favorite artist, Bounty Killer, Beanie Man, Shinehead, Papa San. There's so many different artists, you know, that my personal favorites.
I'm feeling good. I know all those names. Some of the DJs was calling out people and I had to ask who they were. Oh, that's good. That's good. So you mentioned in the last question about having the opportunity to actually DJ at different places. So let's go back. Besides when you would see the house parties going on with the adults in your family, when did it turn into a business for you? It was no longer a hobby and you got your first paid DJ opportunity.
Okay, yeah, that was at an early age for me because at a young age I relocated from New York to here. I was a teenager. I was around 16 years old, and even while I was still in Brooklyn, it was still more of a hobby. It was fun, you know. But when I came down here, it really became a business at a young age in high school. I had that mentality. I came here, I made my mixes. Those times there were no MP3s or CDs or anything like that. These were
Right.
cassettes.
Right.
And I would go to the dollar store and I would rack up. I'd get like 20 cassettes for $20 and some change. And I would put my mixes on there and sell them. $5 a pop, $10 a pop. And yeah, it did some marketing for me, for a lot of people to know me. And from there, I would get bookings, all the high school parties, birthday parties, and different stuff of that nature. I was getting bookings at 16 years old.
So at 16 years old, you finished your first paid gig. How
Mhm.
much was that check?
100 bucks. I can't remember if it was 100 or $150. And the funny
And
part about it is, I had to run them down for the money. That was the worst part about it. And this was a good guy, man. This was a really good friend of mine. Till this day, he brought that up on Facebook about DJing the wedding for him. But yeah, it was for his dad actually. It was his dad's wedding, and it was like, oh yeah, we'll pay you tomorrow. So like, come on, I need my money now. You mean tomorrow? So I had to keep calling them and running them down. And after a week, I got my money.
you see,
Yeah.
that's when you know you're in business, right? Right, right. So once it became more than just a hobby for you, did you sit down and write a business plan, formalize a business structure, a company, registered business? Did you go through those channels or is that something that you're still doing in the works?
That's something I'm still in the works doing right now.
That's awesome. Have you chosen a business name yet?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, okay. So coming soon, DJ Darkwing, he'll be,
Mhm,
launching his new business. And
mhm.
so would you say that's one of your professional goals for this year, for
Yeah,
2020, is to launch your business?
absolutely. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's awesome. And what would that do for you? What would achieving that goal do for you and your family?
It'll open more doors, I assume. Like it'll open a lot more doors for me.
Yeah. Do you think that it would change how people treat you, like they would take you more serious, or that it might add a couple more zeros and commas to those
Oh,
checks?
yes, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So right now, I want to segue and I want to get to know DJ Darkwing.
Mhm.
What is your birthday?
November 29th.
So what zodiac does that make you?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm right behind you. I'm a Capricorn. Some of my friends call me a Sagicorn. They say I have Sag tendencies because I'm the first day, so I party with my December babies. I'm a December baby and we all party together. So, what's your favorite color?
Favorite color is red, as you can see.
Beautiful.
This was my old music room until we had me and my wife was blessed to have another kid, so I had to move my music out of here. But yeah, this is the old. So I got to do this room over and get ready to put the baby in this room.
Perfect segue, because I was gonna ask about your family. So, what is your wife's name?
My wife's name's Sarifa.
Sarifa, and how many children do you all have?
We have 2 kids, a 9-year-old and a 1-year-old. He's about to be 2 in June.
What date in June?
June 29th.
Okay, my baby boy is June 22nd and my husband's June 23rd.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we've got those Cancer babies in common, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. And both boys, right?
Yeah, 2 boys.
2 boys. I have 3 sons. Yes. So raising boys is a little different, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yes.
Do
Especially,
you want them to follow your footsteps in music?
yeah, of course. But I also want them to take it maybe to heights that I haven't taken it yet.
That's awesome. And so you'll have those conversations with them when you start your company about the legacy that you're building for them. That's what I did with my business for my sons. And when I started, I told them, this is for y'all. When mommy leaves this earth, you can either keep it or you can sell it. And that is part of the legacy, You have to just teach them in that way.
Yes, generational wealth.
That's it.
That's something I want. I want for my kids and my family as well.
And you will have it. You are doing the right things and taking the proper steps right now. In just the short time that I've been blessed to know you, I just want to ask you this question. I have 4 categories that you can fall in. And if someone were to describe you to me, which category would best describe you? Okay. So would you fall into the straight to the point category, the social and outgoing person, a steady and dependable person, or the cautious and perfectly accurate person? Which category would you fall in?
I say it would be the steady.
Steady and dependable.
Yes.
So very consistent. Most of the things you do, you'll find that's what you do.
That is me. That is correct. Yes.
That's awesome. All right. So did you go to college?
No. Actually, I learned a trade, but I went to college for a trade, but not actual college to get a degree. But yeah, I got a certificate in a trade, and then that's what I done.
What line of work was it?
Medical field.
Medical.
EMT.
What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you do anything with it?
Yeah, I worked on it. I didn't take it to where I wanted it to go, so it really didn't work. But I did it for many years. I was on an ambulance, but I wasn't with the fire department. I was on an ambulance, so yeah.
Okay, so usually one of my questions is, what's one thing I'd be surprised to learn about you? You just stumped me with that one. That is amazing, Darkwing. Like, that's so dope. So that basically tells me that you're a compassionate person.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, see, I love this. I always love doing these things because it just opens up so many different things about people. So who, if you had to take to dinner the first time the world opens after COVID-19, who you taking to your favorite restaurant and what are y'all ordering? What favorite restaurant are y'all going to?
That'll be my wife, of course.
Okay.
We'll be going to maybe so many restaurants, here in Miami. So many like well-known and great restaurants with authentic food. One of my favorite restaurants, I don't know, you're familiar with Miami?
Of course. I went to North Miami with Daddy Saw.
Okay. All right. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I know you and Mona seem kind of close, but I didn't know the connection.
Oh, no. We have history for real, like family.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Me, Spree, Teddy, Mona Lisa, her sister Mikael,
Okay.
like that was my family. Because when I left Jersey and went to Miami, I was an only child. I didn't have a whole lot of people there for me, and they were the first friends that I had in South Florida.
That's awesome.
So
And you still connect with them until this day. That's a beautiful thing.
when I tell you Mona Lisa and Mikael were like on cloud nine when they finally found me in Atlanta, like they had kept hearing that I was here, but they didn't, like we hadn't connected. And ever since, like we've had babies and built houses and just life has happened over these years that, let me see, Mona's youngest daughter is 12 now. So I was at the birthday party. So they've been in Atlanta at least, I'm going to say, the 12 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because my son will be 10. Yeah. Wow. So it's been a journey for us. We've definitely had 3 decades of our lives together.
That's what's up. That's what's up right there.
Yeah. So for me to just pop up and go over to Mona Lisa, it's only like a 45 minute drive for me.
Okay, so you guys are close there in Georgia. Okay.
That's right. That's right. So that's perfect segue. Let's talk about how you met Mona Lisa and how you got started on Saw One Radio.
I met Mona with through a mutual friend, a promoter / good friend of mine, and I was playing in a club actually at the time we were in the Polo Club, and Mona was in town. And that's how we met. He introduced us. She's like, "Oh man, I really like the music you play," and told me about Daddy Saw. I never had the pleasure of meeting or knowing Daddy Saw personally, but you know the history and his legacy and the work that he put in here in Miami. It's like everybody knows Daddy Saw. Like when I came here and I first moved here on the radio, I would always hear him. In different parties, I would see him doing this thing. So it's like, yeah, when she said Daddy Saw, I was like, wow, you know.
Yeah. Small world, right? It brings it so close to home.
Yeah, and ever since then we connected, you know. That was it.
That's awesome. And so since being a DJ with Saw One Radio and then being asked to be a part of the first fundraiser for the Daddy Saw Foundation, doing Jamathon, tell us what that experience was like for you.
Oh, so it was a great experience, you know, because we have the chat, and you know all the DJs remain a close friendship, even though if we don't speak to each other or talk to each other all the time, we have that chat where we chat with each other, and we will help each other with different things. So that the whole Jamathon thing kind of brought us together more, and that was a great thing, like meeting other DJs that I never met before, and seeing them on the Zoom meetings and everything. That was a great experience. I really enjoyed it.
And so before Jamathon, let's talk about your technical skills, right? So had you ever done a Zoom meeting or a live stream before?
Never. I've done my Facebook live streams quite a few times. We've done some with Saw One. This was a few years back. I done on Instagram as well, but never Zoom. Never.
How was that experience? What did you think about the technology?
Oh man, it's awesome. It just opened my eyes up to more, you know, and it's a great thing, and to be ahead of the game. And then ever since then, which is ironic, I would get phone calls for Zoom parties, like I expressed to you a few days ago, and it's like, yeah, I'm ahead of the game. I already knew like what to do, and you know, it just went hand in hand.
That's awesome. So let's go back to that. The introduction to Zoom. So when Mona Lisa asked you to come into this group meeting for the training, were you a little bit intimidated or concerned about this technology, or did you come into it like confident, like, I got this?
Not at all. Yeah, I came in there extremely confident because, you know, it's technology. You got to keep up with the times or you're going to get left behind. That's just something I go by.
And so what did you think about your experience working with me behind the scenes as the production manager? What was that like working with me?
It was a great experience. I enjoyed it because you're very knowledgeable and you're good at what you're doing and right to the point and about business. And that's what I like about you.
Thank you so much. And now that you have this new tool, this technology that you are able to monetize, do you think that you will be able to leverage more opportunities after having worked with me?
Oh, absolutely will. Absolutely. I have another Zoom party to do this Saturday. So yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about paid engagements.
Oh yeah.
Even through COVID-19, where people will still pay you as a professional artist to live stream music during their virtual event.
Oh yeah.
So talk about that one, because I was teasing you on the other night when I saw the pictures of your Zoom party and you had a Instagram story, you know, of you dancing in the background and showing everybody in the party. I was like, well, where's my invitation? So what is that experience like for you in not being able to feel the vibes from the people and their energy in the same room, but through a virtual DJing experience live? Are you taking song requests? Are you talking to the people? Tell me about that experience now that you are using your Zoom live streams.
It's everything it would be if we were in a club or anywhere else. Because I try to treat it the same way. If you're paying me money, I want to give you my money's worth. That's what I'm about. I want you to come back. I want you to tell other people about me. So I'm gonna give you 110% all the time. So when I'm on Zoom, I'm looking at how much people is there. I'm looking at what you're doing when I'm playing the music. If you're responding to the music I played, I'm treating it the same way as if we were in a club or something.
So I love that you got specific and detailed with your answer in the fact that you said, I'm watching you too. Like I'm actually engaging with you too. If I see that body moving and rocking, like I feel that energy, right?
Oh yeah.
So that makes you keep doing what you do, right? Your song selection, or do I need to take it up or do I need to take it down, right? So
Yeah.
there may be some DJs, Darkwing, quite honestly, that would not have a clue about what this experience would be like for them. Their only experience has been live. And so if you had to give your next generation upcoming DJ one piece of advice after having learned and experienced what we did through Jamathon for the fundraiser, what would you tell them?
Look at the crowd. It's that simple. Like you're not in the club and you're not like in front of all the people that way, but yeah, you're in front of the people. Look at the people. It's that simple.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. That's an awesome takeaway. I hope somebody got that nugget because that's priceless information right there, right? To make it successful.
Yes.
Yes. So let's talk about the COVID-19 fundraiser. Have you taken the time to go and watch your replay on Facebook Live?
I watched clips of it, but I didn't like take the time to sit down and listen to and watch the whole thing. But
To watch the whole set? Okay, so I'm going to give you some statistics because I like numbers, right? So I'm going to go into the page and I'm going to tell you how many views your set has to date. Okay, so bear with me one moment. I'm going to go to the videos and let's see which day you played, Saturday or Sunday?
that was Saturday. Yeah,
You
that
played the
was.
Saturday. Okay, so here we go. So let's go videos. Taking a moment to come up. And I love this when I shared it with all the other DJs so that the statistics are there, right? That's the proof. Okay, so this is day 2. Let me go to day 1. Okay, hold on just a moment because we've had so much activity on the page since the last time I went in. So I've got to scroll a little bit. So let me just go here. May 2nd. Here we go. Um, let's see. Okay, there's Spree, there's Warp Easy. Okay, that's day 2. Here's day 1. Firestarter. Oh my God, they had so many awesome DJs. Y'all did your thing. I'm
Oh, thank
just
you.
so pleased. Okay, so Exodus, I think you were right
Yeah, I
before.
was right after him
Oh,
actually.
right after. So then your content would be part of, so there's 2-part video. So the first one has 291 views,
Okay.
and the second one, live right now, another 291 views. So if you add those numbers together, you're almost 600 views
Okay.
for a live stream jamathon as a fundraiser. How does that make you feel?
Oh, it makes me feel good. Like it could be 5 people. Like just as long as you taking the time out to rock with me, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I love that. And your set was dope, by the way. I didn't want it to end,
Thank
right?
you.
Like you
Thank you.
closed
Thank you.
out the night and everybody was like, still, can you play some more? Play some more.
Thank you.
It was awesome. That was a great experience. And I'm so thankful for the opportunity to get to know you better, to get to know about your background and everything that you're doing in the community. So tell everybody where they can find you in South Florida. Where are you doing gigs? I know it's COVID-19, but some of you guys have like regular gigs at restaurants and things like that. So tell people where they can find you.
The regular thing I was doing before this hit, I was on rotation at Mango's on South Beach. I would do there every now and then. That was the only thing I would pretty do. Maybe on Fridays and Saturdays, I would do that sometimes. It depends.
Awesome, awesome. So now that COVID-19 is here and we're unable to do our live events, how are you managing? Are you focused on plan B, or are you feeling the effects with a pinch, as they say?
Oh, I'm feeling the effects of the pinch,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking about tomorrow, of course, because when everything opens back up, it's back to business.
That's correct. And I'm so glad you put it that way because, you know, the average person might just give up and throw their hands up and throw their albums away. But
Mm-mm.
what I hear you saying is, no, you just waiting for the doors to open and you going to take off full-fledged running.
That's right. That's
That's,
right.
that's awesome. So tell everybody where they can find you on Facebook and Instagram. What's your handles?
Yeah, Instagram at DJ Darkwing. DJ Darkwing. That's at DJ Darkwing. On Twitter as well at DJ Darkwing. The same thing. Facebook Darkwing Innis.
Okay.
Darkwing Innis. Innig. And Snapchat DJ Darkwing 1.
Okay. I got them all. That's fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got him right here, live, right here in the flesh. DJ Darkwing, spinning the vibes, the tunes, the classic hip hop music. I'm so delighted for this opportunity. And I'm looking forward to the chance to actually get to hug your neck next time I come to Miami to see my family, okay?
Oh yeah, absolutely need to make that happen.
We will definitely be making that happen. Thank you so much for your time. I'm looking forward again to hearing you on Saw One Radio. Blessings to you and your family. If you have any closing remarks for the people, now is your opportunity.
Oh, thanks for having me. Just closing remarks for everybody to be safe, take precautions, wash your hands, wear your mask everywhere you go, and you don't have to always be outside. Go and get what you need. Go to the supermarket, get gas, whatever. That's it. You don't need to be outside all over the place.
That's
Social
right.
distancing, it's important.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time. You have a wonderful day.
Oh, you have a blessed day as well. Thank you for having me. Take care.